just see your face. Yes, Lord. I know I could make it to the end if I could just see your face. Oh, Jesus. You did not wait for me to draw nigh to you, but you clothe yourself in frail humanity. You did not wait for me to cry out to you, but you let me hear your voice calling me, and I'm forever grateful, Lord, to you. And I'm forever grateful for the cross, and I'm forever grateful to you that you came to seek and save the lost. You did not wait for me to draw near to you, but you clothe yourself.
Hey, welcome you all. Welcome back again to Buffalo Radio with Shawn Linton on the talk show. How are you? I'm playing the music. I'm really thankful to be here. We're just giving God just a minute of gratitude. All right, so just enjoy the song and join in for a really good, nice show.
Forever grateful, Lord, to you. And I'm forever grateful for the cross. And I'm forever grateful to you that you came to seek and save the lost. And I'm forever grateful, Lord, to you. And I'm forever grateful.
Welcome again to the Shawn Linton Talk Show on the Buffalo Radio with your host Shawn Linton and his producer Mr. Patrick, very good producer, man. You know, we had a bit of fight this morning, I tell you that. You know, Patrick up himself, you know, but anyways, all good. We know how it goes, right? And, you know, as a producer, you know how it goes. You got to make sure that his presenters is in check and doing what they're meant to do and on time and, you know, all of the 9 yards. And it doesn't matter, you know, but I just want to say, thank God for the producer, Patrick. This disciplined man, and he's a very good man. So yes, you're here on the Shawn Linton Talk Show on Buffalo Radio. So I would like you to tune in, tell your friends everywhere. I know you're tuning from Derby, from Elstree, from London here, and you know, friends all over, you know, because we advertise on Facebook, you know, just to tune in to the Shawn Linton Talk Show on Buffalo Radio. That is the station we're going forward. We have a good weather today. I think the weather was lovely, is lovely, and I hope it's going to get better. Yesterday was a very freezing. I mean, proper freezing. But today we are expecting to be really hot. Today we're going to talk about life in general. We're going to talk about selfless sacrifice, and the floor is open. You know, the number for you to call in is 074 53 826 450. The number again is 074 538 264 50. So you're calling. If you're calling abroad, you know, you drop the 0 and then you put whatever code of the country. And also, if you want to tell us on Facebook, you can still, the chat room is open. If you want to chat to us in the chat room, or you can budge me on Facebook and the Twitter. That's very good. You know, I'm really glad for that. If you will just keep in touch and let us know what you think. You know what you think, and anything you want to share, you're welcome. The number again is 074 538 26450. And you're live on Buffaloo Radio. One more, the last end of this tune. Then we go straight into the show. Hello, welcome. That's a very good track that I think that's a very good friend of mine, Juanita Bynum, and that's it's taken from the album Behind the Veil, where she does I think she did Morning Glory, and with the Morning Glory, I think it says morning. If you want to go to buy it, it's Morning Glory 2, and it's really a very good CD. I've got a couple tracks to play on that, and I'll be playing CDs. Her CD today, and a very good friend Valerie Boyd. That is Symphony of the Heart, and I'll be playing some classical gospel. And I just hope you guys tune in, watch, and just enjoy. And as I said to you, feel free to. You're welcome to phone in. There's no limit. There's no off limit. You can just phone in. Just have respect and just phone in. We are looking forward to see you phone in. The number again is 074 sorry 074 538 264 50. So the number again is 074 538 264 50, and that is the number for the Buffalo Radio on this talk show. All right, well, we are here today again. Summer is here, and hey, summer is here. I think I'm not sure if we are in summer or we actually in spring or winter. You see what I mean? But anyway, we are in summer, and this is the weather that we have at the moment. But it's really good. If you're driving, then you know how it is for you to just be careful on the road. People get a bit excited when the sun is out, you know. But it's good to have a bit of fun. But you know, keep it within limit. Don't do like what I used to do. No, that was a big joke anyway, yeah. But anyway, you're driving, just make sure that you just be steady. If you're walking, you know, you're taking the bus, then you know, you do your thing and do it safely. All right? Well, we are here and we are grateful to be alive. You know, I think I was talking to someone about not necessarily about God, but it's just about the existence of living. You know, person was saying that they are atheists. I said, well, respect to you, respect to that. But when I was telling him about God and how it is, and you know, we're talking a bit about Christianity and how it is presented to people. That is what we see create the problem. It is the presentation, the delivery, the communication, the how it has been offered, how it has been presented to people, and that's where the problem comes in. But here we you know, one of my, you know, Whitney Houston, you know, that he grew up listening, her song is I Love the Lord, you know, in the preacher's word, I love the Lord. And that is really true. You know, when you have a background that really loves God, then you know, of course you're going to be seen a bit strange, a bit stupid, a bit foolish, a bit, you know, but it is making sure that you get it right, you know, just making sure that you get it right, because at the end of the day, what I am, not for anybody, you know, I was saying this even yesterday, not for anybody, but for myself, it is choice, you know, even if I do something that is wrong, say lie, you know, or thieving, or just say anything, you know, cussing, you know, and I know the Bible said not to do that. Is that I still do it. We don't always do the things that are right, and sometimes I really don't understand what is a problem that we have in people doing. We don't always do the things that's right, but we have to always stand for the things that is right. There is a fundamental difference right there. You know, you have to always stand. You have to stand against evil. You have to stand for it. But that doesn't say that you're always going to be able to do the things that is right. But there's a difference to always believe in the things that is always right, and it's always essential, you know, for us to stand for the things that is right. You know, there's a difference, big difference there. But of course, you are going to sometimes break the speed limit. You know, you're not meant to do that. Of course, you are sometimes going to cuss somebody out that is not acceptable. But then when you realize, you just apologize and move on with your life. That's what life is. Life is called life. And we've got to move with the flow. Today we're just going to talk about sacrifice in life, and how it is life. You know, I haven't got a guest today, but I've got a whole lot of people going to phone in. Just want to send greetings out to Pastor Davis, you know, Ezekiel, how are you? You know, how are you, ma'am? You know, she's she's a good, very good friend. Donna Thompson, and I was listening to her album last week, and you know, it was really still an inspiration. You know, even the first album she did, really wicked, and the second album, I know she's working on a third album. I just wish her all the best, and she's just a really good woman. Shane, my brother, and Mom, the entire family, Auntie Jermaine, Auntie Pauline, everybody. I'm not leaving anyone out. Greetings, you know. Hi, my cousin at the moment that is in she's in Florida. She's from Georgia, but she's living in Florida. She's not very well at the moment, and I just want to send you in love, and I know you'll get better soon. I'll call you after the show tonight, and just I hope you are listening, because even though I know you're not well, if you're not listening, then I'm still going to kill you. I believe that, right? So so it is very good to be alive, and also to be grateful, to be thankful and to be grateful. I think when we are thankful and we are grateful, it puts a smile on your face. It makes life much easier. You see what I mean? Easier. And when you know that it is life is between you and your maker. You see what I mean? Life is between you and your maker. Whether I believe that whether you're saved or not saved, it doesn't really matter. You know, whether you're Christian or not, that is a personal choice. You know, that's a personal choice. It's not a bondage. It is not a must that you have to. No. It is a personal choice. But we should always reflect that God is the creator. And as I said, respect to everyone that choose to worship. And God, I am Christian. And as I said to someone, even if I was going to hell, I would still bless God the same way. You know, I'll still thank him the same way. Even if there was no heaven, and even if he said, okay, Shawn, there is a heaven, but you ain't going nowhere, I would still put my hands up and bless him. I would still do it, you know, but I would still at the same time do what I choose to do, because at the end of the day, I don't know about for anyone that I keep saying, but it's my choice, you know, Shawn's choice, and I do what I choose to do. But at the same time, because of my Christian background, and not only that, because of I believe the calling on my life, that is the reason why I submit. We are going to talk about a little professional life, actually, and about work, about work ethics, and about life in general. Life covers the whole 9 yards of, hey, you know, we're talking about work, we're talking about work, we're talking about school, colleges, community, we're talking about the whole 9 yards of business, whether it's in entertainment, whether it's in acting, whatever it is in. Okay, we are talking about growth in it, and about life in it, and about what is important in it. All right. So I guess you all want to find out who is Shawn Linton, and hey, what is he? My name is um, Shawn Linton. I call many things, but that's what I believe is on my birth certificate. Okay, Shawn Linton, and I, I, I. I was born in the church actually. I am I was my upbringing is Christian as long as I can remember, as a very child in Sunday school. One, coming up, I can't remember one, but two, three, four, in the Sunday school, in 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 attending um, classes, classes growing up. I was, I didn't see myself as anything important more than just I love God, and wanted to do what I want to do, and I love Him, because everyone have got an agenda. You see what I mean? But I had I always loved people though. I always had a passion for people. I love my family. I love people, and I love helping people. I would never ever deviate from that, and love God. Those are the key. I never thought that I was going to be something, in the church, or set out to be something inside. I never wanted it, never interested, and quite frankly just never cared for it actually. You know what I mean? No way. But I believe in understanding more about God and how to submit to Him, then that become a choice, not because I wanted to, but I eventually had to end up in it. So it's more than just saying, okay, I love God. It's more than just saying I love people. It's more than just saying I love my family. It is actually being a leader that I had no interest in. Never wanted it. As I said before, never cared for it, and just quite frankly, just not my thing. Not my thing. I was always traveling. I actually, the church. My bishop was the most of us know Noel Jones, or Grace Jones. My bishop was father, their father, sorry, their uncle, their father. I know their mom very well. Because we were in the same church, Christian baptized, Phil running around the church speaking in tongues and all of that. My father's side of family, they're very creative. Dancers, actors, and just a lot from the creative side. My mom's side, very academic. So I got two sides, and it was really good. The first time I've ever appear on TV, I believe I was about three, 3, 4, something like that. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, something like that, or probably 6. Can't quite remember. But it was a very long time ago. Before I was told at the time the church was very very strict. We were told that I had to give it up. I was made because growing up in church at that time, you could not watch TV. You could not. We read. You could not. I mean, everything was basically wrong. You see what I mean? It was. I had no problem with that because obviously I was young. I was very young. Growing up, I was very young, and I was. That's not a issue for me. Those things was never ever 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 an issue because I was young and all I saw was loving God and say, okay, we're gonna watch TV, even though sometimes I still peek and watch telly because I was on telly at that young age, but. I was told by eventually, I was told by the pastor because it was a rule that you shouldn't watch TV. That was how we were brought up. You couldn't watch TV, you couldn't wear red, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. You just couldn't do nothing. I did not grow up drinking. I did not grow up smoking. I did not grow up just doing a whole lot of things. No, nothing. You know what I mean? No, nothing at all, man. But that's what it was, and I don't necessarily call it bondage, It is discipline, and it was how, quite frankly, it was not so, it's not so now. It's not so as it is now, but back then, when I was a child, that is exactly how it was, and that's exactly how we were taught. We never taught that it was actually biblical principle. We did not taught that it was a way that you must be. We were taught that this is the church. This is the organization. This is what we teaches. This is what we believe in. This is what we do. Yeah, and this is exactly how it is. If you want to be a part, obviously I ain't got no choice, have I? You know what I mean? No choice, man. But it was I had fun. I became the church for my we had a library, so I was well read as a child, very well read, so we had a library, and in the library we had books from, we had, I as a child I loved history. I loved history. I loved globalization. I loved lost civilization, Asian civilization, lost kingdoms, Asian kingdoms, forgotten kingdoms. I just love creation. I was well read as a child. So I was made the church. I was made by the pastor's wife. God bless her, church mother, Mother Samuels, and I was made I was made the president for the church library at the age of 12. Can you imagine? That was crazy, isn't it? But anyway, that was what I was made of. So we had books of all description. I can tell simple throughout Christendom, and history, so I know much about the plantation. I know quite a lot about slavery. I know about the plantation. I know about civil. I just knew because I read, and I was I didn't read it because I wanted to show off. I read it because I was interested. I was very deep as a child. I always want to know. Well, I did not take something because it was the way it was. I always said, not disrespectfully, but I always said, okay, why is it like that? Why couldn't you see it this way, this way, And I was didn't know why I was like that, but that was just as like knowledge was just endowed on me. And I remember when I was presented to the church when I was 12, and the pastor's wife said to me, "Okay, this child behaved like he was a 40-year-old in as a library, because I had it was an office. Obviously, I didn't have my own office, but you got the library, then you have the office, then the owner, which is the pastor's wife, because that's the books were taken from her library home, because her husband and her children read a lot. So they took the book. She said she was encouraging the people, that they should read and they should be well informed, okay, and they should be well in order for them to be well developed, they have to be well read, So she brought the library to the church. I had no all my interest was hey, I have got a lot of books, so therefore let me try then and see if I can if I can borrow books. But I was told, that I would be good to work as the the president of the library. I said I thought they were crazy, But anyway, I sat there and I was in training, and then but I got it quite good. But back in them time, it was not talking like I'm 50 or I'm 100 years old. Can you imagine that? But I was we had the system. The system was alphabetically. It wasn't like now that it was well computerized. It was by you have to follow the system, A, B, C, and and you had some liquor cards, just some small cards, this big, I believe, this big, no more than this big, and the card on it she made for each alphabet from A to Z, so you had to put them accordingly to alphabetical order. So if you have 10 people in the name of, say, Black, and BLACK, right? So you had to put it alphabetical order, and that was a bit, sometimes I get it wrong, and she said, "Oh, Sean," but it was quite good. It was very, very interesting working there, and that was, my upbringing was the church. I met a lot of people, and we grew up with a lot of people, a whole lot of people. My family, as I said, you know my family, my grandma grew up with Bob Marley, Garnet Silk, my auntie, my dad was a dancer. My auntie, she was a very professional dancing. She went to dance school, and she does the whole 9 yards. She was in the paper, in the Gleaner, in all the papers. She actually does a lot of dance session in America, teaching people to dance and actually dancing for different churches and so on. Her daughter is a very good dancer, actress, and model. And my cousin in Canada also, he's got a dance college. Big up to him. We are planning a collaboration with me, him, and my auntie and my other cousin. The four of us. England, UK, Canada. And and America. That's that would be something. That would be something. So it was. Very interested. It was very, 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 very interested, and so on. But I did not question things. I just stopped. I just stopped. I've got a lot of things that I would never ever show to the public. When I was young, when I was acting, I was good, but those are lost forever. I ain't digging them up. No way. No way. I think probably a bit silly, young and silly. But it was very interested to grow up in that environment. It's very interesting to grow up in that environment and to know a lot of people and so on. But I guess I did not really explore my ambition, because I wanted to be a movie star. I wanted to become a movie star. Not really. I do love theaters, but I don't like theaters, and I never did. I did more than 20 or 50 theater play. I was on telly for quite a while. And I had a stream of catalog behind me of working in the media, that I kept myself out of sight. Got a lot of family in there, but it took me a while. I had my journey. I had my journey. Getting into my 20s, I went into it's what you call a. I was on a promotion. It's a photography promotion, and the girl that was doing it, she says, "Wow, I'm building a." She was. That was the first time I've ever known about Shawn Linton, model. You get what I mean? Model, Shawn. You must be crazy or something. You're crazy, or you're mad, or you're for real. But she said that she was making a studio, even though she's working for that big company. I won't call the name that I went for the promotion, but she's working for there. But she is starting a small modeling company, and if I am interested, she passed me her card because she had cards already. And hey, for the rest of the story, all right, join me again. I'm gonna play this track. And when we come back, I will finish telling you about the history. All right. So what did I say? Model, and that will continue. See you later. Welcome, welcome back to Buffaloo Radio, and you're live with Shawn Linton on the Shawn Linton Show on Buffaloo. No other place than Buffaloo. All right, and make sure, as I said to you before, if you would like to, you better grab a coffee or something, and I hope you are enjoying the show. All right, and if you can, I would like you to phone in to the show. The number is 074 5348 26450. The number again is 074 538 26450. And that is the number for you to ring in. That is ring in live to the show. And I'll give you that number again, just in case. It's 074. It's 074 53826 and that is live to the show. You can still, if you want to join me in the chat room, you're welcome to do so, or you can still, I'm on Facebook. I've got my Facebook on to see if you got any information you want to say, you want to talk to me, you don't want to talk to me in chat room, you want to talk to me on Facebook or Twitter, you're welcome to do so. Yeah, so you can link me on either of them. All right, okay, all right, okay. All right, and greetings again to Ezekiah. This is Ezekiah that is going to call in live to the show. We are looking, we are waiting for that call, and I know that you're just waiting for the right time to come in. All right, and also Sister Donna, Pastor Donna, is working on her third album. I just wish her all the success, and you can call in and talk about that. And also talk about a business, just a bit about the business, where if that's possible, you know, if you've got time to do so. But if it's just about your album, then that's fine. I welcome your call. All right, and anyone else that is calling in, family that is scared to call in, come on now, phone, pick up the phone. I'm using psychology on you now, okay? I'm using reverse psychology on you, okay? All right, yeah, pick up the phone, okay? All right. Or maybe it's just magic. Or hey, it could be just attention seeking, you know what I mean? Hey, maybe it's just acting, who knows? But anyway, pick up the phone and call me, all right? All right, welcome. Hey, I'm here again, and we're chatting just a bit of history, you know, that we're talking about, just my background a little bit. Okay, so I got into modeling by just a good friend of mine. She actually, no, sorry, strike that one. That's a lie. No good friend of mine. I don't know the girl from Adams, you know what I mean? It's a big old production company. I don't know. It was just a promotion I got, you know, and I went in, and that was it. Got the card, went inside, and after going inside, she said to me, okay, Sean, what's your name? You know, these other people take ages. You just, you know, boom, boom, boom. And I take it, I said, yeah, because, you know, I take it, never said I'm no professional at it, you know. I just happen, you know, to be on, you know, I did a whole lot of shows when I was young, you know, on theatre, and just happened to know about the cameras, you know, when they said, I mean, they don't treat you as a child when you're on TV any different from the adults. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. I had some shouting. Listen, I had some producer. I had one particular producer, and I'm not going to call her name, but she was doing a big production, and the production, she's from Trinidad, yeah, I believe, yeah. And oh my God, we were doing a play. I'm not even going to call that name. I don't want that to search up, you know. But we were doing that show, and she was a very nice woman. She was very, very nice. You know, when I did the interview and everything, she was very nice. She was all nice and everything. But I could not understand at my age why the woman changes when it was about, say, 5 days before the show, you know, she changed into another person. She was shouting at me, and she came and she said, hey, you're doing this, you don't get it. And she spoke with a very strong Trinidadian accent, you know, and she came and she said, you do it. And I said, oh my God, I was terrified, you know, I was trembling. I said, oh my God. But what I did, I didn't even know if I realized at that age that it was stress. I didn't even know if I know the word stress. But anyway, what happened, I went home and I said, okay, I wasn't somebody that give up very easily. I'm not somebody that quit very easily. And I'm not someone that really run away so very easily. You see what I mean? So, and I was young also. I've got a very strong family background. I've got a very strong network, you know, and I've got God most and foremost, right? So I wasn't going to run away from something that I wanted, you see, even though I was young. But I went away and, you know, I prayed about it, and I prayed about everything when I was going to everything. I prayed about everything. I prayed about my teachers. I prayed about my tutors. I prayed about my pastor. I prayed about absolutely everything. Do you know everything growing up, everything I prayed about, right? Everything. So it was quite good when I went in and I decided that I was going to do I was just going to change up things a bit, okay, and do things a little bit different, just a little bit different. And I went in, and she was impressed, you know. And I think by that time I got to know the angle of things, you know, because one of the other actors, she was I think she had she had just a bit of trouble at the time, so she wasn't really remembering her lines very well, and went to come in, and she was very angry, and she said, Shawn, all of a sudden she became my friend, you know what I mean? And she said, okay, can you do it? And I deliberately mess it up because obviously I didn't really want her role was a bigger part, you know, because I think I had 3 parts already, and I didn't want to take her 2 parts, even though they were a little bit bigger, you know. I said, no, I'm not going to do it. You know, and it was from then I got to really understand a bit or two about just about the business, actually. Okay, so we know that I'm doing this for a very long time. You know, very long time. I didn't got a lot of offers and contracts, and but honestly, I because my background as a church, and at the time we were told that it was a no. You know, TV was a no. Getting on TV was a no. It was of the devil. It was the devil, and you know, it was what I really wanted to do. You get me? Because I've got a mad streak in me. Crazy. You know, some people will not understand me. Just crazy, you know what I mean? I am, you know, I believe I am, you know, not mad crazy, not bad mad crazy, but crazy as in a little bit crazy. You see what I mean? So yeah, I like to scream. I like to run the house. You know what I mean? I'm making you get what I mean? I just do mad things. You know, that's just me. Just crazy stuff. You know, crazy. Mad stuff, you know what I mean? Just crazy. And for me, it's all fun, you know what I mean? It's all fun. I'm mad, trust me. I am. Shawn is self-confessed crazy. Crazy. That's me, you know, just mad. And I love that. And I was always like that as a child, you know what I mean? Always like that. I used to provoke my grandparents and my grandaunt a lot, and what they will do, she didn't talk to me. She went to my mom, and then she said, listen, take your son, take him away. You get what I mean? You know, and I used to, not all the time though, but sometimes, you know, just very sometimes I would be you know, imaginary friends, and it was dancing in the sea. But my favorite song though that I can remember that me and my brothers used to love to do was Hey What a Feeling, Bob is dancing on the ceiling. You know that one, Bob is on the ceiling dancing. That is all fun, you know what I mean? You know, so but I think the problem becomes when I okay, let me speak about this first. I'm going too much, okay? And I need you all to understand, okay? All right, good. All right. So got into I think I worked I can't remember I did a bit of thing for her, and then after I fill in a little stuff for Channel 4, then I just fill in a little stuff for there, then I got signed, I think, I can't remember, but I think I got signed to the casting suite as a model, you know, the casting suite as a model, and I became I'm under the casting suite. This is a contract for sometime. I think it's an up to date one, and it was quite good. You know, you work as a TV. You fill space in also. Model mean that the type of model that I model designer clothing, and also fill the gap for if they had a short term, like you had offers to go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You had offered to go on on chat show. You have offered to go on just different sort of stuff. Hold on, there's a call coming in and it's coming on my mobile. Let me take this. Caller, Shez, good afternoon. How are you, sir? You're live on the Buffalo radio show.
Are you okay?
I'm very well, sir. How are you? Did you want to make it easier? Let me get your phone on the wrong number. Maybe you didn't. Let me give you the number for the live show. You can phone that in. Is that all right? Phone in that one.
Okay.
Okay, it's 074 538 26 sorry. Yeah, 53826. Yeah, you got it, 826, yeah? Then it's 450. Yeah, so I'll read it again. It's 074 538. Okay, yeah.
When I hang up, it's gonna come off the phone.
Oh,
Text it to me.
I will do that, okay? Cheers. That was a caller. Need to phone in to the live show, but didn't get the number. So, but we sort that out after, okay? Because if I let him, I have to obviously contact the call privately. But it was meant to be on the show. But he's getting the number mixed up, and the speaker phone. If I put on speaker, the viewers are not going to hear clearly. So what I'm going to do actually is to try to get him on the phone. The number again is 074 538 26450. The number is 074 538 26450. The number is 074 538 26450. Okay? That is the number for the Buffalo, the Shawn Linton talk show live on Buffalo Radio. That's live on Buffalo Radio. All right? So welcome back. And our caller, I know is going to call in. So if you just come across this station and you know it is www.buffalo.co.uk. And that is where you will find us. And the show is the Shawn Linton Talk Show from 5 until 7. And we are taking callers from anywhere, talk about anything. This is about life. The number again, as I say, is 074 538 26450. You're welcome to phone in. You can chat room me if you want to, or you can still Facebook me. Some people rather to talk on Facebook about it, but anyway, I don't mind. If you don't want to call in, that's fine. You're welcome. And if you just want to talk on Facebook, then that's fine. If you want to do it on Twitter, that's fine. It doesn't matter. As long as you tune in, and if you've got time to tune in, we welcome you. All right. Yeah, so the casting suite we're talking about, it is, the modeling is like if you had let me tell you a short. Yes, so you get invited for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You get invited for a whole lot of TV stuff. A whole lot of TV stuff. That at that time I was very grateful for that, but I wouldn't say that I wasn't ready. Yeah. And so on, but the church and I was it's very confused, so with my company, I know, this is the truth, I did not mess them around a bit, but it's like I remember when they call me on jobs, okay, and they would say, okay, I did confirm it, because how did that system work, with the custom suite, is that they will have a whole range of work, okay, then they send the work to you. Okay. No, sorry, they don't send it to you. Yeah, they send all they've got to you. Yeah, and you tick if you're interested. You tick that. You tick that. You tick that. Okay, and then they will get back to you. So they got back to me with quite a few stuff because I was good at what I did. But some of them, especially the talk show, I said no. There was one of them that they were going to invite, do set up some things at your home, and I did it and everything. So, and then after when I thought about it, I said, no, there's a whole, that is what, honestly, if there was still a company, I was really set off by the company because it went liquidated and I've just done, promised a whole lot of stuff and, sign a new deal and it went into liquidation. That set me off my mind, you know what I mean? Off my mind, but it's the way life goes, singing job. I couldn't sing, so that is, I wouldn't sing to save my life, but I still try to, later I'll do some for you. I'm rubbish, and that is the key, and dancing, yeah, the dancing and presenting and TV stuff, film stuff, TV stuff. And that is what, when it said modeling, it covers the whole sort of like, say somebody's coming that is coming to speak at a meeting and they want the chairs to be filled. They just, I think the owners will contact the modeling agency and then they will contact me in return. My agent will contact me in return, and then that's how I would get that job. Another company that I did work for was Models Direct. And I did have quite a few model days, quite a few. There was a law at that time to say that you could only have one, but then after the law changed and said that you could have as many as long as you are dedicated and you are been given your specific job and you stick to that job. Okay, as long as you do that, then you are fine, and that is okay. So we were very it was good time, and I was excited to go. I must say that I've got a very beautiful catalog of where I've traveled, of what I did and so forth. But some people say, okay, you're a model, you are getting money. No, you don't necessarily get any money. You don't necessarily get any money. Somebody has to pick up that tab. Somebody has to do that. So it's not really. It's all makeup. It's cosmetic. It is good. I'm not saying that I will not do that again at the moment. I haven't got a model agent at the moment. I haven't got one at this present moment. Of time. I'm not saying in the near future, then I wouldn't do that. But now, as it is, no, I never had, because I was really, really let down by just a whole lot of people in and I just was packing it in, everything, and so on. But but instead, what we're going to talk about and explain about is, the real issue actually was, the real issue was with actually with me and the church. I never just wanted to go back. At that time, I had walked away from church. I'd left church. I was not in the church, so you can't judge me by saying, okay, Shawn, he was in the church, he was in the clubs, he was in that, he was in that. No. I was not in church. You see what I mean? I was not in church, and I never wanted to go back. But I realized that, I had a duty. There was a duty, and I realized that my spirit was rebelling. You see what I mean? My spirit was rebelling against that. I just never really wanted to go back. Never. Not because it's got nothing to do with the fact that I don't love God or the fact that I want to do my own thing. Yeah, maybe it could be perceived like that, but for me it was I see it a bit differently, and I get to understand that one has to also respect people's view, because people are coming from different standpoint. The only time when it becomes a problem is when you enforce that belief down somebody's throat. You know what I mean? We have a dialogue, not a monologue, but a dialogue, whether it's a philosophical monologue or a monologue on a dialogue on not a monologue, but a dialogue on a life like what we're having now. It's about life. It's about, everyone is going to perceive it different because of your background, because of your religion, and because of your ethnicity, because of your it's just a whole facet of things that make you into the person that you actually are. You know what I mean? So for me, I I think maybe I wanted a little bad. You get what I mean? That is the truth, that is just the truth. But I had a quite a fair deal working as a model and presenting and doing the whole 9 yards. In that time, I started a business that is what I'm gonna make. People was asking about. I started a business called the House of Eva Marie, which is the name of my mother. I started that, and the House of Eva Marie is a it is a company. It's a company. It is a business that deals with the all 9 years of the I wouldn't say the 9 years on the media, but a whole lot of stuff. We sell ranges like from menswear, women wear, and also children wear. Okay, and we have a creative side. We have got a creative side. The creative side is a production or production and events planning. Okay, so we plan events. So like one of the events that I would plan is like birthday events. We have birthday events. We have birthday events. We have charity events. We have just different sort of events. We plan for people. This was one of my old on the show. If you can see that is an old poster. Okay, you can see that, all right? Yeah, that's an old poster that I actually made. We got modern one, but this was one of the first ones. Okay, I had sort of production, and it's the House of Eva Marie production and publication alongside the House of Eva fashion design and creative department. What I meant by the House of Eva Marie production is that what we're talking about, the events planning. So like you see what my parties, some of them that I plan, deliberately plan them to show off the product, to show off the business, that side of the business, the planning of how it is, of how it is. There's a call coming in, so I'm going to take this call and then we get right back on business. Okay. Caller, welcome to the Shawn Linton Talk Show live on Buffalo Radio. How are you?
Hello, not too bad.
Okay. Who am I speaking to?
You're speaking to David?
Hi, Sir David. How are you?
Hello, man of God. Not too bad, not too bad.
Good. Well, David is a very good friend, man. He's a very, very good friend. He will be on the show talking about just some humanitarian stuff, because he loved us stuff, humanitarian stuff, and all of that. Sometimes in not next week, but maybe next week he will be on the show. So David, we're talking here about life. I don't know if you've been listening to the show.
No, I haven't at the moment.
Okay.
I'm just out celebrating a friend's birthday.
That's all right.
Worshipping his birthday in the presence of the Lord.
Yeah, that's very good, David. David, we're talking about life, and the diversity of life, and that for everyone it is different according to your background and according to your expectation and according to a tradition, according to it's a whole facet of stuff, that makes you who you are. But the fundamental key, I would say, never to stop. But to keep pursuing your vision, keep pursuing, whatever your passion is or your dream is. Have you got anything to add to that, David?
Yeah, I mean, I guess in the aspect of the side of it to do with the life, obviously everybody in life sort of has their own perception of obviously how they understand life itself. From my point of it, how I sort of understand it is, we're all here for a purpose. We're all put here to, create a better life for the younger generations, for the next set of generations to come further on down the line. Also just sort of making things better for the planet, for ourselves. You know, becoming part with one with God, and learning about our sort of heritage through His scripturing, through His teachings, and you know, just trying to fulfill His wishes for us.
That's it. Yes,
His callings.
yes. I agree with you, David. I agree with you 100% because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what race you are, what background you are, what color you are, where you're from. You know, it doesn't matter. It's not important. It is to know that you are fundamentally placed here for a purpose, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're all people of Christ. We're all brothers and sisters in Christ, and in the sense of us all being, doesn't matter, like you said, our nationality, our cultures, our upbringings. You know, we are all of one. We all, you know, we all bleed. We all feel pain. We all suffer. You know, we all go through happiness, sadness. You know, we're all the same. We're all attached to the one greater being the Lord Himself, and our from our Creator.
That's it. That's it. And so the problem we have, David, if we agree, there's no question about our existence and about the purpose of our existence. You know, because we have one. Regardless of the individual, there is a purpose. What there is then we have a issue then dealing with dealing with the carrying out of our purpose, isn't it? To make sure that whatever happens, whatever comes, you should still pursue your purpose, your God-given purpose.
Yep. Your
calling. Very good, and we agree on that.
Yeah,
Anything
yes,
you would
we
like
do.
to share, David, before we go?
Yep.
David, no, I was asking if there's anything else you want to share before.
No, that should be.
Okay, David. It's a pleasure, and it will be a pleasure to have you on the show. Okay. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you for having me.
No, you're welcome. Enjoy the birthday party. All right.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Have
You're
a
welcome.
lovely day.
You too. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. That was a caller, and that was a very good topic. I say life is about actually not questioning somebody's purpose actually in life. You know, our purpose are different. You know, our purpose differs. They are different. They're meant to be different. You know, we are not a race that is questionable to diversity. No, there's no question to that. You know, there's none, and there ought to be none. But what we are questioning is the fact that how is it that as an individual that I can help and assist somebody that within their transition, you know, because we all go through that sort of transition, which I'm going to tell you about mine, you know, period to that. Okay, and I thank the caller, David, for actually touching on that, and actually, I think what he said is perfect and on target. So our purpose is not questioning why we are here. We are here for a purpose. Hey, don't bother. You know what I mean? You know, no, you're here for a purpose, regardless. But what we are saying is that what we ought to say is that I am going to help you if I can, you know, if I can, a kind word, if I can, something to assist you if possible along your journey. But make sure in doing that you fulfill your task, because it's just more than just coming on the earth, and it's more than just being here. You see, it's far more than that. It's a lot more than just you being the way we have been born here and we just eat, drink, you know. No, it's far more than that. It's about, because we are going to die. We are all one day, someday, you see. So therefore, what happened is that I am making sure that I fulfill what is my purpose. because we have one. Okay, so I was telling you first, I was telling you lastly before the caller comes in that it is about the house of Eva Marie and what it is. So that the publication is that I written, I haven't got one. Next week I will have one to show you, a copy to show you. I didn't bring one today, of my magazine or of my book. You know that I one of the first one, book of songs, so we write I write songs, lyric, in other words, songs, lyric, and try to sell them to producers and people like Simon Cowell. Hey, I mean, I don't know if I'm putting my hat more than I can reach it. People like Simon Cowell, people like all of these producers, both in Hollywood and in this country, and so on. I had a lot of offer, but I can't confess that I've had any big deal that lined me up in some serious, not taking that any further. But no, not at the moment. But we are working for that, okay? So that when I say production, that is it. We had a year that we specialized in magazine. So we did things that was completely magazine. I've got a team of people that does not always with me because the office that I have is at home, and that is in Derby. Okay, so when I travel, like when I travel, my auntie, have strokes. I visit her in North London. When I go there, I go with my attaché case, and I shut in. Once I'm there looking after her, I take my work anywhere. So when you see me traveling, whether I'm in Elstree or wherever I go, and I've got my attaché case, it's my work that I've got, that I travel with me, that I'm doing. I don't necessarily have to leave my house because it is a job that I delegate. I delegate and I officiate it. I don't necessarily have to always physically be there. Like, take for example, I'm planning a event, okay, and I'm planning the event at the Hiltons, all right, and I'm planning whether it says a party, okay, and I'm there. I don't necessarily need to be there. The people that does the decorated, I organize this, and I can talk to the person that is providing the boss or the manager and the planner for it, and both of us talk, and that's my job finished. I don't necessarily have to be there, and also when I'm also at home, I'm also working on a lyric and writing, because I am a writer, so I write poems, I write songs, and I also write poems, I write songs and prayers. Yeah, I've got a book in that hasn't published yet, is in America, but I've got here was dedicated where we write a whole lot of magazine, because the production people is not always, my team is not always with me, you can't afford that, and so I've got the people that does the publication, the people that print the magazine, the printers, the printers, the ones that will the one that do the writing, it's a whole team of people, yeah, that actually stays, that is not physically at all times with you, but they are there. It's the business, they are there. So when you say publication, that's what it is. So and a lot of times I'm on the phone, I'm always on the phone. If you're ever my neighbor, you're going to hear that I'm chatting 24/7. I'm always on the phone. I'm always trying to get some deal, trying to get some job, trying to sell something, trying to promote something, trying to make awareness of something. And then when I'm not on it for the House of Eva Marie, I'm also on it on my goodwill work. Because I'm a good work, or as a mentor, I am a mentor. People calling me 24/7s. So I've got about 3-4 mobiles, and all of them ring 24/7s. 24/7s. Whether there's somebody to pray with, whether there's somebody to counsel, whether there's somebody to mentor, whether there's somebody organizing that, whether there's somebody organizing that. It just goes on and on and on. So that's what the production team, and when I'm at home, that's exactly what I do, because that's where the office is. Wherever I go, that's my office. But physically, that one is in Derby. I'll be having a new office very soon. Fingers crossed. Sorry, and no, fingers crossed. God bless you. All right. So, and that is a publication. The production side, we're talking about the events planning and how do we organize events and where do we organize events and what kind of events I plan. So, a lot of money that is generated from that planning parties, planning funeral, planning small wedding, planning events. That's what a lot of our money is generating for. Is the event organizing of what we do, okay, and the creative and the design side. Because at the time when I started, my company started in 2008. It's a registered company that that is registered. That is registered, and I've got I pay NI contribution and tax returns, tax and tax. So I pay my tax. I pay my tax, and it is my taxes pay and in our contribution, because I need to cover myself for pension and all of that and all the insurance. I do that because it's a registered business that is called the House of Eva Marie. I understand that you will get a lot of people confused because I do a lot of stuff. I do a whole lot of stuff. I was always that person. It is just me. It is me, and I will never change. I do a lot of stuff, and I've always done, and I will continue to do the same. And so the creative side, I was still working as a model. I was still dancing, and I was still doing. And as I said, we did make mention about some of the modeling companies that I work for, that they're professional legal companies that stand up, that deals with publication, production. Okay, so if they want to fill a gap, they do that. So it's not necessarily always on the runway. It's not always necessary on the on the floor taking. Is not always before a camera. Sometimes it's just standing in a place, filling the gap for somebody, sitting down for somebody. Sometimes it's that way. You see what I mean? It's that way. And also we put that we sell DVD. At the time we usually sell our own production DVD and our own CDs and TV shows, and I said VIP parties, because at the time, that is what we were doing, and fine dining, all of these things, modeling, acting, positive speak, all of these things I did intertwine, and this was how it was structured at the time. But now we have a better format that we are doing. You see that we have done to do it. Only a business, only a business. And I believe that I have got what you call a gift for presentation, because I've been doing that for a very, very, very long time. As young, so presentation is a heart. I don't draw well, but I paint semi good, okay, and I know a bit about art crafts and all of these stuff, because I did that. So presentation for me is very good. I wouldn't say that I know. If you put me for a company to ask me to edit something, no, but for me to do something, to actually say I can do that, but like the editing, to get it edited, I may not know how that is done. I may not know how that is done, but like I am very, very skillful in presentation. So on my Facebook page, when I was, giving that was only a promotion, because it's it's advertising. That is how the business goes. That's just the business. That's what you do. And if I do something, the problem with me, when I do something, I actually get in it and do it myself. If I go to India, to help, or say where the flooding was, and I go there to help, I'm going to get down. I'm not going to stay up top. I'm getting down and do it. If I go to Africa the same way, I'm getting down. I'm feeding the people. I'm running the flies. I'm doing all of that. I'm doing that. If I go to Jamaica the same way. If I go anywhere across the world, I get in it. You know what I'm trying to say? If I've got to sit, I will sit with the crazy people on the street side. You know what I mean? I would feed them. I do all of that because I'm at some of that. When I do something, I get in it. I will admit I'm a workaholic. I will work, 24/7. And an average person cannot work on the speed and the length that I've done. And this is why sometimes there is what you say, confusion about what I do, but I dedicate myself to what I do, you see, and I work very hard in doing what I'm doing, you see, and that is what we are saying. At the time, I was doing a whole lot of shows also on the YouTube. You can just type Shawn Linton in, and it is ShawnLinton. That's Shawn Linton. And you know, the one that I did with the Linton blood, you know, the Linton's blood, you know, that was only for entertainment. It was just acting. The one I did on the, you know, in the kitchen floor when I plaster with ketchup and stuff, that is just acting. You know what I mean? The one I did with me putting down the thing there, and I'm around by auntie's dining table, and there's a lot of sugar there, like it was cocaine, and I was acting up. That is just acting, you know, because I had to put it back right in the bag after, you know what I mean, and that I did with a glass, like I'm drinking, and a bottle of, you know, like when I'm staggering and blah. That was just acting, you know. And the thing I did, you know, in the chair that I sit and I'm chatting, that's just acting, you know. Those are just acting, that is it. Just drama, just acting, you know. It's just acting. That's all it was. It was just acting. That's it. Just me being Shawn and being the actor that I am, you know, the entertainer. You see what I mean? I was a bit at the time a lot of stress, because I was undergoing a lot of stress at the time, which in other interviews we will talk about that. I'm not getting into that at the moment. A lot of stress to do with no one, you know, just to do with actually work, and, you know, losing a lot of money. I did lose a magazine deal. I did lose a whole lot, and this is why it is sad, you know, because you got some people, they would say, oh, you're showing off, but people never know what I did. You see what I mean? So how that is showing off, I just say, well, entertainment or model or this, you see, but you can't say somebody is showing off that doesn't know, because my job is entertainment, and I do the whole barrage of stuff, because that's what it is. It is a job. It's just a job, you know. I met famous people, I may eat famous places. It's just a job, you know. That's all it is. It is a job. And mark my word, if I should become a millionaire tomorrow, I will still be the same Shawn. I will not be a different person. I would still take the train. The only thing that I don't really like doing is taking the bus, and that was something that I just always never did, like buses, you know. But I will always walk. I enjoy walking. You know, I enjoy walking. I remember, you know, when I was a child, my mom and myself usually go for walking, and my brothers and the family, you know, we usually walk long walkings, you know, because we live in the hills, and we usually go for long walking, and so it's in me, you know. I love walking, you know. I love walking. I love these things are natural. It's not an act, you know. This is just me. That is just Shawn Linton, and that is what I've always this person. This is me. I got a bit annoyed, I must say, not really to do with people, but because of the season that I was passing through. I was passing through a very hard season professionally. I just didn't know where I fit professionally. You see what I mean? I just didn't know where I fit. I didn't know, should I continue with the business or don't continue with the business. I lost some deals, and and I've still got to pay tax. I still got to pay the bills. I still got to eat. I still gotta pay the bills and all of that. And I was I had other, you know. I just lost deals. I lost a lot of money. Bad business advice, you know. Wrong business advice. Wrong. And I take this thing. I am very controlling. I take charge, you know, and not of people, but of my possession and my surrounding. Okay, so if it does not go the way I expect it to go, I then go really AY, you know, because I don't like to lose, and I don't like to, especially, you know, to lose money and to lose this credibility. I don't like that. But I was in a stage whereby I said, oh my God, what do I do now? What do I do? And I just wanted a time, you know. I had a couple members, you know, about 3 members of my family pass on. And it was just a hard time, you know. It was just a tough time, you know. It was just a tough time, probably mainly because I lost my money there, you know what I mean? Bad business. But anyway, nevertheless, it was a very hard time, you know. So then you know, and also I was being pressured by a lot of people. I had a deal that I really did, which I don't think I will speak about, that I just never really wanted to get in, because I saw the business, the entertainment business, for what it is. You see what I mean? For really what it is, right? So I realized that, oh my God, I don't think I can do it. I was, there's a whole lot of question. There's a whole lot of question. There's a whole lot of question that was going through my mind. Where do I fit? Where do I do? I couldn't go around it. It was, the time has finished. It's expired. I had to make, and I blew so many chances before. I blew so many chances. I blew so many deals. I blew so many opportunities. I blew so many. They wanted me in America for a long time. I blew that. I blew. I blew everything. I just thought that, oh my Shawn, oh my God, you are just actually it is finished for you now. And that's what I thought was my own, nothing to do with anybody. When it becomes to do with somebody, it was when I was getting some nasty email. And I've got a show dedicated to really speak about that, the bullying. I was being bullied. I was being bullied. I was being I was being terrorized. I was made to feel, call names and everything, emails, email, obviously, because my details are on, I've got a Google page, I'm on MySpace. If you want to look me up on MySpace, it is www.myspace.com/teacher mentor. So that will be www.myspace.com teacher mentor. And that will show you a bit. I'm going to keep people up to date now with what I'm doing, so lies will not fester and feed on, because we are getting to the bottom of this, okay? Because I am not, the only thing I've changed, that I was very angry, and but that I'm not seeking revenge anymore. You get what I mean? I'm not seeking that. I'm okay. And I'm happy. It is what it is, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy. The song says, I love my life. I love it the way it is. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm okay. I am okay. Thank you very much. I'm very well. And I was trying to I was trying to get a break. I think I wanted to go to somewhere like Buffalo or Pennsylvania in the hill, or just to get away. Just a time to get away, to think. I was very stressed at the time. Very now. And so on, and I would be on the tube, people laughing, this, that, and I got to realize, I think, my videos went viral, and, people got to know, but I was not ready for that. It wasn't to do with them. I lashed out on people because they didn't realize their proximity. I was getting a whole lot of abuse, emails and text messages, and, cheeky, it was just rude. You get what I'm trying to say? Just very rude, and no one come to my face. No one said, okay, well, this, when it's nobody's business. You see what I mean? It's no one's business. Now I have actually not gotten over that, because that was never an issue to me. That was never an issue to me. I'm really glad that I had to crash myself down, because even then I was still working at home. I wrote 2 books, during my period at home, two books, when, my doctor was saying to me from a long time, I need to rest. I need to slow down. My family calling me, my mom and my family in Switzerland, my family here saying, sure, you need to take a break. You need to take a break. You need to rest. I will go 24/7. They know me. All that I do, they know. All that I do, they know. They know my job. They know what I do. All that I do, and being supported. May not agree, of course not, because we're different, but supported, and I give God thanks for them, because I've got a very strong, positive, background. And as I said before, God, first and foremost, that He is just the center of it all, that I give God thanks. So when I was doing, the only apology that I know I have to make is because what I should not have done, was to actually put everything on Facebook, because it's not everybody's business. Not everybody say like I'm lashing out on everyone when it was for specific people. But at the time, because I was under stress, it was saying, leave me alone and let me sort my head out. Just leave me alone, because I was in the period to say that, okay, I was not in the church, I was at the church, I never really wanted to go back. But my job was there. You see what I mean? My job was there. You've got to realize, the background that I am from, that even if I will stiff out and I'm in the club and I'm drinking and I will still speak in tongues if I have to. I'm going to still say Jesus. I'll be doped up on Bacardi or whatever it is. You see what I mean? Whatever it is, but I'll still say Jesus. Not Jesus from the perspective of I am holier than thou or I am better than you. No, but because I still am a Christian. Maybe a bad one, but I am a Christian. You see what I mean? None of the things that I've done, I've never, I have never in my business and in my living con anyone, deceive anyone, trick anyone. In the sense of or bomb. You don't have to go on the train and worry that it is going to blow up, because I will never do that. That will never happen. It will never happen. I will never. You don't have to worry about your children. You don't have to worry about the young people with me. You don't have to worry about these things. You see what I mean? The only thing you worry is that, oh yes, I'm a little mad, and that is it. That just it. I've got the record to prove it and the list to prove it, to back it up. You see what I mean? The list to back it up. Okay? I have never actually the Prime Minister has never have to worry about me going to thief the money that if there is any money that was given to me for the community or given to me for anybody, or if I worked for the Commons and I'm going to it's not going to go in my pocket. You see what I mean? You're not going to worry, because I'm never ever going to kidnap anyone. You're never ever going to worry, because I will never ever disrespect all the elderly. I will never sabotage the elderly. I will never poison anybody. I will never sell the country out. I respect the UK. I love the UK and I love its people. I do love it. And not only its people, globally. I know sometimes things that is typed, you see them, you can misread and misinterpret it. But I do think we can learn as we go along that sometimes it is better for you to find out where the person is coming from. Because I do believe, I remember when I was very young and I was in an art class and the teacher, her name was Mrs. Bryan, and I thought what she was doing was idiotic. But anyway, she took a table that was before and she put on it an orange, a cup and saucer, a banana and a plant, and she said draw it, and she commanded everyone in the room, she asked everyone in the room to draw it, okay? And everyone in the room drew, but they drew something that was entirely different. And I asked her, why is that? Because what this boy drew, it got nothing to do with what is there, man. I'm sorry. It ain't look like, that's not it. She said that is according to perception. That is the angle from which you are. And then philosophically, I interpret that to life. Where we are in life, people perceive life in that eye. You see what I'm trying to say? People perceive I in that eye, and that is how they perceive life, because they are in it. Now, I don't think somebody should be bullied. I don't think somebody should be abused. I don't think somebody should be plagiarized. I don't think somebody should be victimized when they're not armed in the UK, when they're not threatening, when you don't have to spend any bomb, any money for that person, for you to investigate that person to see if that person is a threat to the security or not. You see what I mean? Then I do believe then we are in what we describe to be democracy. And in democracy, it is interpreted for the people. The people rule. And in the constitution of free will, within that, what we say is that within proximity. Because if I know that your people's business ain't your business, I was always taught that from a very, very young child. You see what I mean? Not some people automatically believe even if the story is not right. And as a people, we can know, and we can be. I do believe in becoming a better person every day. That is what I believe in. A better person every day. You see what I mean? Every day. The only thing that from my experience, and it was an experience, that I had to come to grip, is to find out, do I legislate from the church? Because let me tell you, in my period, I did deal with some people very terrible. You get what I mean? Because of how I cuss, you know what I mean? But I wanted to be sure if I was going to do this, legislate this, if I was going to do it, what power? So I had to crush myself down. You know, so I can't be cussing, I can't be that, because I was not in the church, and I never had no interest in returning. You see what I'm trying to say? I love God, I love His people, but I believe I have had a shelter. I believe I just wanted probably this ounce of bad, you know, not bad in the sense that to perplex anyone, to be mad at anyone, to kill anybody, or to plagiarize anybody. Nothing to do with that. But you know, a bit crazy. You see what I'm trying to say? Drinking great. Hey, you're right. Blah, 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 blah. Just bad. You know what I mean? That's just it. You know, that's just it. You know, that's it. Within proximity, within respect, that's all it was. You know, that's all it was. So I had to crush myself down, said nothing, just crush myself down and bear everything, you see, until I got now to the stage whereby I said, okay, God, it was a fight, because as I said to you before, I had no interest to come back to the church, you know, but I decided that was a decision God had to batter me about, because church is in me. As I said, I'd be drunk on Bacardi, on rum that I bought with my own money and bought for other people. I spent a whole lot of money, you know what I mean, buying things for people that I don't know. I will just buy you things, you know, all my family knows that. I will spend all my money on somebody, you know what I mean. That's just me, and add nothing in return. Nothing I want in return. Nothing, you know. That's just Shawn, genuine person. That's just me, and that's what my decision was, to obviously to pray to consecrate myself back into the church. Where the church is concerned, you got a lot of people that really don't understand. They speak, but they don't understand. The Bible said, you know, in Jeremiah 1, I believe it was verse 2 or 3, it says, before the foundation of the world, God knew you, and He foreknew you, you know, and He ordained you. So therefore, now the Bible said, before the foundation of the world, He knows you. So God knows. We're talking about our very good friend David that was talking about purpose. There's no question in one's divine purpose. We are spirit, soul, and body. We never just come here to just live and die. No, but we come here to live out a purpose. You see what I'm trying to say? Because we would not have made it that far without Winston Churchill. We would not have made it that far without King George. You know, we would not have made it that far without the Victoria. You know what I mean? Queen Victoria. We would not have made it that far without Elizabeth I that said, you know what happened? You know what I mean? I have a woman, but I've got the heart of a man. We would not have made it that far, you know, without the Constitution, without Parliament, without history. Even though some things was a bit bloody and some things was not nice, but it still had today history. It gives us history, a rich history. We would not have made it. So we understand fundamentally, you know, in life that we will not, it's not about agreeing to with somebody, one. It's not about necessarily sabotaging someone, you know. It's not about trying to kill somebody and destroying somebody maliciously and vindictively, you know, but it's actually trying to say, okay, it is very interested to know where you come from where you come from. I don't necessarily agree. I don't agree because it's rubbish. I don't agree because it's not my standpoint. Argument finished, because that is where the key lies. You see, the key lies because you're a different individual. And if you are different, then you must manifest that diversity in a very diverse manner. You see what I'm trying to say? Because we are different. You know, we might be contemporary, we may be together, but we are different. And that's what we are trying to say. You know, we are different. We are completely different. And we do things differently. And it is expected for it to be like that. It's expected. There's no doubt about that. It's an expectancy for us to do it. And do it with difference. Because we are different. You see what I mean? No, that I'm looking up on the picture and I'm looking on the King, Martin Luther King Jr. And he was a great man. He was laughter, jeer, and everything. But we are living his dream today. I can imagine Rosa Parks the same way that they, you know, people, you know, people just laugh. You know, you've got to. I do believe myself and everyone to know that it is about your purpose. Everyone is not going to like you. It is okay. Everyone is not. Some people are going to kill you even before they know, because the issue is with themselves. It's never with you. It's with themselves. You can't say you have God and destroy somebody. You cannot say that you have love and destroy somebody in the deception, vindictively, like you're helping the person. That is what you call politics, media work. You know, I am not a politician. You know, I am from a political background. I must confess I'm not going to go very deep into that. But I am from a very, very political background. But politics is not my forte. I was offered, but I turned. It's not. That is not for me. You know, I'm more of a humanitarian. I want to help everybody. You know, anybody, everybody, somebody. You know, everybody that is in need. I want to be able. Now I know, because I've accepted my calling now. You know, I think probably this is the first time. You know what I mean? But I've submitted. To the fight is over. You know what I mean? The fight is over. They go back to the church. Oh my God! You know what I mean? The fight is over, and I can say that I would. You know, I did give up the industry because of the church. I was confused with a whole lot of stuff. You see what I mean? Confused with a whole lot of stuff. Do I interacting? Do I this, that? Everything is wrong. Because it was just my landing, psychological, mental capacity, and there was a whole lot going on. But where do I land? You know, I haven't landed. I was hovering, but I did not land. You know, I did not land. But I have, you know, it's going to be a struggle because I don't believe I've ever had, you know, as I said to you before, I've never, you know, you can search my record, never broken the law. Do you know what I mean? I've never deceived anybody. I never robbed anybody. I never plagiarized anybody. You know, I'm not on the government benefits. I'm not. I've got a business. I'm not on benefit. No disrespect to anyone, but I'm just saying my standpoint. I've got a business and I make it work. Sometimes my friends say, Shawn, why don't I said no? I'm going to make this work. You know, I know exactly where we're going to go now. You know, and where we are heading and where we are going forward to. Okay? So then what we are saying now is that this is what the House of Eva Marie does, and the diversity of the many facet. You know that we do. About 3 years ago, we applied to the Las Vegas industry to come, and we got an invitation to come to Lower Las Vegas to distribute the fashion culture, to pursue that in the many facet. You know, because of the business I've got different because we incorporate everything together. You see, we incorporate everything together. And that is what makes it work, and what makes it seem as if we have got an awful lot of money when we haven't. It's just, you know, business like everybody else, you know. And it is good. It is very good. My support is always to anyone that is upholding the world. You know, like, my support goes to the Prime Minister, my support goes to the monarchy, my support goes to leaders, youth leaders, church leaders, every leaders in every capacity, in every shape is in support. I do believe that if as a community we all work together to achieve one goal, then we will come. We are going to always see different. We are always going to have, but we're not necessarily supposed to let our problem get to you. And this is the reason why I came from that standpoint, because if I was a suicide bomber, if I was a somebody that was plagiarizing, somebody that is trying to tap into top secret, somebody that is trying to kidnap somebody that is trying to poison somebody with a sniper gun, somebody with an evil intention, somebody that you're not safe with, somebody, that is when, do you know, I had a problem. There would be a problem of national security. You know, the well-being for myself and yourself. You know, that is the only. You see what I mean? Our job on earth is to exercise. Some people got more than one gifts. Some people got talent and gifts. And some people exercise it and do the gift very well. You know, does not say that they've got a lot of money. It does not say that they're riding anything. It is just that. You know, when I was you know, I would, you know, me and my friends would go out and say, okay, today we are this, tomorrow we are black, tomorrow we are this. Because one thing that I always do, and take note, and I close, you know, anything that I've always done, I've always protected the church. That is the thing. When, if you are from an establishment, or if you are from a institution, or something that is that expectancy is placed upon you, you know, in whatever shape or in whatever capacity, you see what I mean, and you really love people, and you have got a passion for people, even if you're going to turn away from that, you make sure that you turn away, but you turn away in a very nice way, because you know that they mean good. Even though you may not agree, you know that you meant good. Okay, you know that, so you will protect them by any shape or means. If my decision that would not be from the church, and if I decided not to continue with the church, okay, what I would have done, I would have still supported the church. I would have still supported the church. You look on any, I'm just from a church background. That's it. You know what I mean? And everything that I do is to protect the church. You see what I mean? It is to protect them. I am Shawn, and I would change it. I've got no regrets. I've got nothing, you know what I mean, to say, this is Shawn, and this is Shawn doing his thing. You see what I mean? This is it. This is Shawn. Every bit of it. And you know what happened? And this is for you. If I should do it again, I would do it again the same way. Only with more power. Only with more power. If I should do it again, I would do it again the same way. The experience is wicked. This experience is powerful. This experience is really good. You know, people are going to say you're attention seeker. People are going to say, But listen to me. All I'm saying that this experience is a 1 in a million lifetime. And it is good. And I encourage anyone, use your problem to take your higher. Use whatever you go through to mount you to a next level. Because what we have to understand that if you are from a church background, that you really, that speak the truth, that believe in the Bible, and even if you're going to lie, you're going to say, well, listen to me, the Bible said not to lie, but I lie. You get what I mean? That's what the Bible said, but this is what I do. It is simple. This is what it says, but I do that. That is you making that decision of choice to do what you do. Argument done. That's just it. Argument done. And we need more people from the church environment that will stand up with the word. Leave people business, you know, because you ain't different. You are far worse than the people who you're watching. Leave people business. Leave people children, because yours is nowhere to be found. You see what I'm trying to say? Leave that and concentrate. Concentrate on yourself with God, your relationship with God. Concentrate on trying to help another person. Concentrate on the fact that we are limited and we are going to bite the dust, and I need to do what I need to do before I come up out of here. All right? Concentrate on that. So, hey, this is the House of Ava Marie. I will keep giving you more information. And as I said to you, www.myspace.com/teacher mentor. You can find quite a few stuff, not everything, but quite a few stuff, and things will be coming. The website is still under construction, and we are just keeping you up to date with a whole lot of stuff. Our magazine, my book of song, I'm going to have a show that I just dedicate, read songs, that just read poems right through, play music and read poem right through. Okay, so that's what we're going to dedicate a show for that. And so now, yeah, I know exactly where I stand now. I'm in the church, but I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm religious. I am spiritual, not religious from the you know, religiosity with a whole drama, a whole 9 yards. I'm out of that, you know, but I am spiritual. You see what I mean? I believe in God. I've just concentrating on me and my relationship with God. I'm going to make mistake. Hey, that is just life. You know what I mean? But I no more fighting. whether I'm in the church or not. Now I know where I stand, and now I am going to go forward in the business. Now I know, I'm now open because I know where I stand. You know. Apologize to all my producers that. But anyway, I know where I stand, where that is concerned. So there'll be no miss show, there'll be no okay, confirm it, yes, I'm gonna do this job, and then don't turn up just because you're struggling with what the church is gonna say. You see what I mean? As I said, being a model, that was a job. That was a job. Professional, very good, top agents that I even got awards from. That is very good. Production, presenting, acting, and all of that. So we are looking forward for a bright future, for a big future, and for a whole lot of stuff. Okay, I'm going to keep you up to date next week with a whole lot more stuff that we're doing. And also, I think the following week, we're going to talk about my humanitarian goodwill work, the job that I do as a mentor and as a life coach, and also as a volunteer. I've been doing volunteering all my life, helping young people all my life. I was born in the church, and it started there. My community, my church, all my life. I've been doing that. It's just a natural thing to allow somebody to get on the train before you. It's just a natural thing to stop the door. It's a natural thing to give the cost to somebody that is in need. To me, it's just natural. You know, it's nothing that I'm trying to put on. It is a natural thing, you know. So you know that I don't only work, but I am a boss. You know, I am the CEO for the House of Yvonne Marie. You know, that if I'm at home, I'm working from home. From home, whereby I delegate and officiate. Okay, the business from there. You know, so it's been a pleasure keeping you up to date with my stuff that I've done and with the things that we are doing. And as I said before, next week we got more. We ain't got less things to say. We're just out of time. You know that big word, time. So because we're out of time now, we're going to wrap up before the producer comes saying, listen to me, you know it's time to go. Why you playing that? You see what I mean? Because he don't play, right, Patrick? We want to big up Patrick, man. He's a very good producer. And so to my viewers, thank you again for tuning in to the Shawn Linton Talk Show on Buffalo Radio. And remember next week, the number again is 07453 826 450, and it is Buffaloo Radio, and the Buffalo is with not Buffalo, but it's Buffaloo. It is Buffaloo. As a matter of fact, if you're viewing me right now, you can see the screen behind me. You know, that's Buffalo Radio, and that is the that is a symbol. It's even on my Facebook. That's bigging up Buffalo, and make sure you give your support. Buffalo's got a page. You can go on it and you can become a member. You can put your photos on it and put your just put your work on that. Okay, so we are saying, before I go, let me drop you one track, and then we say a proper goodbye, and then we are saying time out. All right.